Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, we have new mods, we have one update. Apologies for the delay, stuff and things, you know how it is. So this is a day late. This isn't the mods for today, and there may be mods today. I'm not sure how I'm going to get on, but yeah. Anyway, we've got one update. The Grating Profi 3 by Axe Diamond. That's it. So, in front of me, we've got the fuel tank with grating, 1.47 megabyte download, 3 slots for the grating, 8 slots for the tank. It's by Happy Mole. Options on this, we have colour, as you can see at the bottom. So these are supposed to be, it's a drip tray, basically. So anything that could leak or drip, whether it be onto the floor of your workshop, wherever it might be, you can put things onto that, including IBCs and whatever. This IBC comes with the drip tray already. I've just grabbed a seed treatment thing, so that's separate, but that's how it comes, like that. Now, I went into here, and I went down to my pallets, and I'm looking everywhere, and it's saying it's under tanks, and I'm in here and I'm looking under pallet tanks and I can't find anything anywhere. I'm thinking this is really weird. You go into build mode and you go across to containers, that's where you'll find it. So just there. Well, I did say slot counts now 3 and 8. So when you go to place these, and you can line them up if you want to, customization option, if we click on that and then you just pick, yeah, let's say pick a colour, whatever you want to go for. And that'll be the colour of your tray, and then next that for 750, 1,000 litre fuel tank. Again, customization, you can change the bottom tray colour if you want to, and this is one that then you can come to and you can refill however much you want to, up to 1,000 litres, and then go for it. Yeah, nice fuel tank with grating. Next we've got the small cow shed. I placed this one a bit further down because I wanted to see what the ground texture and base was like. 7.4 megabyte download by Weksi. 8 slots, 35,000 to purchase, and it will hold 25 animals. Build mode and your animal section is where you'll find it. Customization option, as you can see on here at the moment, we've got red. Customization option changes the colour of the sheeting on it if you want to do that. We have got feed trigger at the front, dialogue box for your 25 animals just there. We've got a milk point to the side. There's no decorative things. You might want to find a decorative pack and add to that, or you might not want to. It's entirely up to you. So milk this side, slurry this side, and this trigger is actually for manure just in here, because if we go into this menu, we go to our animal pens, you'll see there on the right hand side where it says conditions and you go down, under manure, usually if there's no manure heap, it says no manure heap found nearby. So that's showing that manure and slurry can be produced, and we have got an out trigger there, so the manure is pick-upable from there. You don't need a separate manure heap. Nice. The small cow shed. Next we've got the Bressel and Lade H10 Palletfork. Now this comes with a curiosity. So this is by Rick Black Labele TWD modding. 3.42 megabytes download. Now I'm going to say 2 slots on each, but that's not quite the case. This does also say to get this to work correctly, because this does come with cameras, you need the loader camera pack. So that's the loader camera pack, not the loader tool camera pack. And the problem with that being that if you just want to use them as forks, great, there you go, forks. If you want the cameras to work, then you've got to buy a specific telehandler or piece of equipment to run them, because in that pack has the vehicles that have the cameras that will work, I think, with the Mercedes-Benz pack as well. So it becomes a whole thing rather than just having a set of forks. But again, if you've got all those things already, then it works brilliantly. There's another curiosity, well, I'll show you. If we go into our section here and we go to front loader tools, so on the front loader tools is where you'll find there. So there's a Bressel and Lade H10 Palletfork. Cool. Now it says small without pallet detection, broad without pallet detection, then small with and broad with. Now I've got one set with pallet detection and one set without pallet detection. I can't see a difference. I can't work out. I'm going to try something in a minute. You've got fork long, fork short, or spikes. So if you want to do bales and things, you can as well, which is cool. Then you've got front loader and teleloader, telehandlers are your options for attachers on that. Then design colour changes the main colour. Nice, no problem at all. If we come out of there, there's nothing under telehandler tools because that one has the option for front loader and telehandlers. If we come down to wheel loaders, you will also find them here under wheel loaders. Same options, all exactly the same options. When you come down to attacher type, it says front loader and telehandler, which is what the other ones had. No option for wheel loader. I thought, well, it's obviously then just it's wheel loader by default, and you've got those other options. It's not. It won't attach to a wheel loader, so I'm not quite sure why it's in the wheel loader category. And then showing you as well, and telehandlers. These are the telehandlers that are part of the loader camera pack, so you have to have a specific telehandler. And again, potentially, front loader if you're going to get that to work. And again, loaders here that have them as well. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. So this one is my standard one. And if we jump into here, we go inside. You've got a camera, but that's fixed. That doesn't do anything. What I am going to do, I'm going to detach the forks because I'm going to try them with the one that comes with the pack because I'm curious. So there's no camera option on my standard telehandler. So that's the forks I think I went without or with. That's with detection and that's without, I think. We jump into this one and we look. There you go. You can see your fork camera at the front there. As far as the forks go, we've got our usual on this. On the other ones you'll see in a minute, you've got that side to side and you can also open the width of those. So I thought with and without it's got to be like a collision, hasn't it? That's got a collision, definitely. Look, you can see it's hitting the pallet. So nothing there. I've got no warning coming up. I've got nothing telling me, warning me of a collision. I'm not too sure. There's no tension strap option on this either. If I reverse, again, you've got the reverse camera on this because that's part of the pack and part of the Mercedes-Benz DLC. Okay, that's cool enough. So let's detach that and put the other one on. Because I cannot work out what the difference is between with and without detection. It's going to be something obvious. I'll get letters, I know I will. So again with this one, now this one's got the option for the whole lot side to side, then up and down, opens and closes them as well. So depending on what size pallets and where they're positioned, you can adjust all of that, which is all very nice. Again, you can see our forks there. If we bring them around, you can see them all moving and doing what they should be doing. Now as far as pallet detection goes, again this one's got a collision as well. I'm not quite sure what it's referring to. What does it mean by pallet detection? I'm looking inside here looking for some kind of a light to come on or something. I don't know. It's weird, and they work in the same way. I mean, you've got your pallets and it does the thing. So yeah, I'd say take them as just pallet forks as they are if you want to, but if you want to use the cameras, you are going to need to use an extra pack as well. Next we have got, oh yeah, we've got this, the Bergmann TSW 6240W. This is by AGNADRIAN. It is 6.03 megabytes download, 8 slots, 24 meter spread width. Now you might be saying, okay, we've already got one of these, do we need more? We get this a lot where we get options for colour configuration and stuff like that. We don't get any of that on this one. What is different about this one, however, is the standard base game version, just there, only does manure. This version does manure and lime. And we're going to see, I'm assuming it goes out 24 metres. If it's doing lime as well, I would think it would. So options of this, we have got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, VertexDezign, back again. Fire extinguisher on there, yes or no. Side markers, yes or no. I couldn't see where they appeared. Whether that's at the back or... Oh yeah, you can just see the marker lights just appearing just on the back. Main colour, rim colour, license plate. So not bonkers different to the base game one, but this should do lime. So we have got lime in it. That side hatch, if you are putting manure and stuff in there, we do side to side, so you can lower that down. So if you're putting manure into it using a loader, a telehandler, or whatever it might be, front loader, you can get into that side bit easier. Obviously if it was lime, that would all be pouring out now, but hey, don't worry about that, that's fine. So back opens, off we go. Looks like it to me. So there you go, manure and lime. On that version. Very nice indeed, by AGNADRIAN. Next we have got the TECHMAGRI PROFILBOOST. Just here, this is a Subsoiler, 6.55 megabyte download by Paolo 5090R. 4 slots, 3 and 3.5 meter. It gives you a little bit extra if you want the a little bit of a boost to go with it. So we go to Subsoilers and just there, 15,800, 3 meter, 3.5. Just adds that extra shank on the outside on each. That's it. Those are your options. Now, again, sweeping statement, but usually subsoilers will give you a ploughed state with a cultivated look. They should bring up large stones. They often do. Sometimes they'll give you a ploughed state and a ploughed look. Well, there you go. So it'll give you a ploughed state but cultivated look, and shallow cultivation it looks like on this one as well. We haven't got an option for adjusting that. What's that one do? That's the sunroof on the tractor. Yeah. Nice and straightforward. Nicely made, nicely detailed. Subsoiler giving you a shallow cultivation look. No stones being brought up. Cool beans. Next we've got this. This is the Lizard TurboHarrow 6000 by 600 by VertexDezign. 10.38 megabytes download, 6 slots, 6 meters wide. You'll find this under disc harrows. So under our disc harrow section, just there, out on the end, 22,750. You've got lights unmounted or lights mounted, and then chassis colour. Those are our options. This should do shallow cultivation as well, being that it's a disc harrow. It might not. We're about to find out. Because I've done my usual, you make an assumption, oh, of course it will do what all the others do, and sometimes you get caught out. Oh, have we got adjustment on the tines or anything on that? What have we got moving there? So that's still the sunroof on there. Yeah, doesn't it? We got an adjustment of. There we go. There we go. So you go see the tines moving there. Just want to double check something because I'm curious to see. Does it talk about weeding or anything like that on this? For an extremely shallow cultivation after harvest, TurboHarrow with a working width 6 mean 2 rows of wave disc shreds. Okay, what we'll do, we'll have it up as high as it will go. We'll drop that down. So that goes at a fair speed as well, 12 mile an hour, shallow cultivation. Let's raise that up, and then we'll adjust those to a more aggressive position. Drop it down. It does exactly the same. It's just some adjustment on there, I guess, as you would have in the real world, for how aggressively you are using those tines to break up clods of earth and things of that nature. The Lizard TurboHarrow 600. Next, we've got this beauty. This is the Challenger Plus. This is by Cobble73 Redneck's mods. This is 12.15 megabytes download, 13 slots. So we've got standard sort of Challengers, the Challenger in game. This is under medium tractors. So we go to there. There's your standard Challenger. The MT600 series, then you've got the white one if you've got that as well. But if we come down to here, there it is. Same price, is it? A little bit more, but that's not too much of a problem. Looks awesome. I have to say I do like it in the black. That's pretty cool. So we have got 160 horsepower, 180 horsepower, 200 horsepower, which is still only 76,000, 225, 340 for 81,820. That's amazing. 340 or 3,100 horsepower. I might even put that on the thumbnail, so you already know that. That's the tractor pull version. That, although it doesn't say, it still says 31 miles per hour. That goes 141 miles an hour in that configuration. But even if you go down one, 340 horsepower for 81,820, that's amazing. We've got Nokian, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Bighetti, VertexDezign and back. There are some very different options on those. Some do and don't have the narrow options. And the VertexDezign, we'll show that. We've got standard, wheel weights, mediums with weights, wides with weights, narrow, rear narrow twin, narrow twins all round, rear twin, twins all round, then back to standard. Some don't have the twin option, the narrow options, and some do, but everything else. We've got in the front 560 kilo weight or a 3-point with PTO, makes it a very versatile bit of kit as well. Front loader attacher, we've got quick or no. You can have the Osoro Pro Compact, so if you're running precision farming, that's a very handy thing to have on there as well. And again, with that on there, you're still only looking at under £1,000. That's amazing for 340 horsepower. Chassis colour, and we've got a whole ton of things to choose from. Some really lovely colours, and depending on what you've got, what options you've got on, there's we've got chrome ones and all sorts of cool stuff as well. So pick and choose what you want for your design colour, rim colour, and license plate option on there as well. Of course, I went for the 3,100 horsepower one, although that does still say 340 HP. This is the tractor pull version. If we jump in, start it up, you'll notice once we get in, it opens up the light extenders. Lights around. That's a proper horn as well. I like that. Not the me 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 me. Those horrible little. Yeah, don't like those. No doors or windows. Interior. Fairly straightforward and nice. And as you see, bottom right, 141 miles an hour. Now, obviously, you can limit that down if you want to for your auto, but. That's a cool bit of kit, and like I say, you haven't got to go for the crazy horsepower version. 340 horsepower is pretty respectable, chip-tuned and tweaked and whatever. A very, very reasonable and sensible price, and they're a nice looking tractor as well. I do like these. That's cool. The Challenger Plus. Next over here we've got the Volvo VNX 300 box truck by ONR Modding. As far as I'm aware, if you click on the link, if you go onto the website, onto the Modhub website, and you click on, like, if you find a mod that says ONR Modding, and what you can normally just click on, you can see all the mods that modder has made. If you click on that, you get loads of stuff coming up for Owner Emre. So I'm thinking ONR Modding was Owner Emre, and I'm assuming they've just changed their modding name because all their stuff's coming up as well as. Anyway, that being said, 6.89 megabytes download, 12 slots. I like the fact you've got an option for step. Tension straps as well in the back here. He says, do I have to crouch to do the tension straps? I'll say, I know there are tension straps in it. There we go. There are tension straps, which obviously you can do from the cab as well. A few different options on this too. I thought I'd matched up the yellows, but I haven't. Oh, it's not the end of the world. It really isn't the end of the world. It's just a mod review. It's not a real world vehicle. I'd be annoyed if I'd ordered it and got it like that. I'd be like, hang on a minute, that's not what I ordered. So we've got 500 horsepower. You've got the VNX 300. So that says power shift. Then if you go for the CVT, it's your variable transmission version. But it still stays at 500 horsepower, whichever one of those you choose. Roof setup, we've got antennas. Then we can just try and get an angle. You can see them a little bit to the side. Antennas on or off. We've got horns, and we've got yes, which does both. You've got mirrors are on already. That's on the front of the vehicle, so you can turn those off and remove them if you want them. Don't want them, sorry. Sun shield is on already, and you can take the sun shield off as well if you don't want that. Mud flaps, we've got no. We've got yes, which puts these chrome ones on. Then we've got yes 2, which puts your sort of standard, more plastic, sort of, not plastic, rubberized sort of flap ones. Back doorstep, yes, you don't have to have it, but it's there as an option. Then we've got design no. We've got design 1, Lizard Logistics. We've got Lizard Goods, Lizard Farming, Volvo, Lizard on its own, and then back to blank if you want it back to blank. Main colour, let's do that for example, does the cab. Design colour does the back. Next design colour, again, if you've got the ultimate colour configuration thing on it, you can click on that, go to metallics, and you can make it look a bit more metally around those bits if you want, or you can have a colour on there, it's entirely up to you. Rim colour, license plate option on there as well. So we'll jump in and start it up. There's our lights on and off, quite straightforward. First person in cab, lovely job. Come around to the back. Tension straps, like I say, you can do them in cab, but you can do them in the back as well. And then we got L1 and X. Opens and closes the shutter. Straightforward. This is not a curtain side or anything like that. It is just the rear of the truck. Now, if you are going to back this up to loading docks and stuff like that, you might not want the step. It depends where you're going to be backing this up to, or you might have a ramp set up you're going to back up to. So that's, you know, that will, I would imagine, help you decide whether or not you're going to want the rear door or not. There you go. That's nice. The Volvo VNX 300 box truck, which brings on to the last of the mods. The map tour I already did. That's already up. Carpathian countryside. Wow, that map is next level. I mean, absolutely. It is so. I mean, it is the same map. Tons more detail. Tons more options. Loads of stuff has been added in. Some things on that map I don't think I've ever encountered on a map before or on a map tour before. It's up there. I mean, absolutely. So if you haven't caught that map tour, if I remember, I'll put a card up now. That should come up on the screen. So finally then, we have got the Deutz-Fahr D16006 by Vectorman. This is 15.84 megabytes download and 8 slots. This is also under medium tractors, and you may well have seen it when we were looking at the Challenger just there. So options on this, we have got Trelleborg, BKT, Continental, Mitas, Nokian, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. Now some of those don't have options. For example, the Nokians, we've got standard, communal, back again. Vredestein, standard, wide, back again. Trelleborg, standard, twins, narrows, back to standard. So yeah, it depends what you go for. I mean, I do like the BKTs. They're a slightly bigger tyre on there. We've got an option for cabin. It's really weird. I suppose it's because of the scale of the tractor. The cabin looks really diddy on top of that, doesn't it? But you can have a cabin on there. So if you're worried about inclement weather and whatnot, and you want the beacons on the top as well, because it doesn't come with beacons as standard. So if you want beacons, you probably want the cab. It doesn't have a lot of money on. So you've got mirror covers. Motor covers with decals or off. I prefer to see the motor, but it's entirely up to you. Attachers, this is on the back. We've got a standard single attachment, or you can have a 3-point hitch on the back of there. We've got main colour. I think you can guess what the main colour does. Rim colour does the rim colour, and a license plate option on there too. 160 horsepower. Now I've done some changes on that for 51 grand, but if I take off the 3-point hitch, if I take off the cab, we're down to 45 grand for 160 horsepower. That's not bad at all, is it? So it's funny because when you look at the image initially, you think, oh, that's quite a small tractor. But actually, when you get up next to it, you think, it's not actually that small. It is under medium tractors, and it is 160 horsepower. It's a bit of a unit. Big old lights in the front. Indicators there. We got them. That's interesting. Look at the indicators. The indicator blocks haven't been mirrored. So if I go to indicate to the right, it's the outer side of the block. So if I go to the left, it should be the outer side, and it's not. It's the inner side, so it's the same light block, just weird. I just think, well, hang on, are my eyes deceiving? Is my eyes deceiving me? Of course, that's, you know. Nice selection of mods. And like I say, I know this is late, and I know, you know, there's been a delay, and I don't know if there's going to be mods today. This is being posted on Friday, and these are Thursday's mods. So, I mean, it's not that they're out of date. It's 24 hours. On the scheme of how long these mods will be in the Modhub, what's 24 hours? Anywho, I hope you found all this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, thanks for watching.